Hello and welcome to this blog all about tips for easy presentations. This particular blog is all about your purpose. Now, one of the things people often tell me is that when they're putting together a presentation, they get stuck. They don't know what to write, they don't know how to put everything together, and the content ends up a bit rambling and all over the place. Well, the key thing to focus on is what is the purpose of your talk or presentation? What is it that you want to achieve? What outcome are you looking for from the audience that you're speaking to? First, there are two major things here to consider. The first thing is, what is the general idea that you're trying to convey? What is the point? Yeah, are you trying to educate people? Are you trying to tell them something new that they didn't already know? Are you simply giving them information, you know, that the exits are here, here and here and these are the safety aspects on a plane? Are you telling them, you know, where lunch is? Are you telling them how they can get the best out of XYZ product? Are you educating them, in other words giving them something new? Or are you just simply giving them instructions? The next thing is, you might be wanting to persuade people. You might be wanting to change their minds about something. You might be wanting to get them to think a different way. You might be wanting to persuade them to buy something. But it's not just all about selling. You might want to persuade them. For example, politicians are a good example of this. They're persuading people to, you know, back their policies, for example, and vote for them. Are you trying to inspire people? Do you want people to get off their backsides and go and do something? You know, are you trying to awaken people to some of the awesome ideas and experiences that are awaiting them? Do you simply want to entertain people, you know? Are you there just to make people laugh? Are you there to tell people dramatic stories? Do you just want them to be enthralled while they listen to you? You know, are you trying to sell something? Is your objective that somebody, you know, wants to buy your program at the end of your talk or speech? Or are you a fundraiser and you want them to put their hands in their pockets and give, you know, healthy donations to your cause? There could be lots and lots of different things that you're aiming to achieve in your talk or presentation. Now, it could well be that you want to do more than just one of those things. So you might want to educate people, and at the same time you might want to motivate them and also entertain them too. You know, a lot of professional after dinner speakers, you know, are expected to do all of these things. But one should be the underlying linchpin, if you like, that goes through the whole of your talk. So if, for example, you want to motivate people, the thing that they should come away with is to take action. Now, you might want to entertain them as well, but you want them to not just remember the jokes, but you want them to go away and take action. If you're educating people, and yes, you can put humour in, but you don't want them to remember the jokes but forget all about the content. So think really strongly about what is the purpose of your talk, and if you've got a couple of different things you want to achieve, make sure the one thing is the thing that they take away with them. And this brings us to the second big part of it, and that is, what do you want your audience to think, feel and do as a result of listening to you? This often is really something that people don't think about doing, and very often audience members, they will enjoy a speech but they won't know why. But the reason they enjoy it is they don't go away and saying, oh yes, that was jolly good content, I like the way they structured that, I loved the way that the phrases were put together. No, they don't do that. Bill Clinton, I think it was, came out with a great quote saying, people won't remember what you said to them, but they will remember how you made them feel. So what you want to do is really think about, what is it that's going to make your audience think? The things that make your audience think is what ultimately makes them feel, and then ultimately what they feel leads to the actions, and that gets them doing something. Really great example of this was, do you remember when we had the whole Band-Aid, Live Aid, all of that kind of thing coming out? with the whole famine that was going on in Africa. Now, Bob Geldof was very clever, and he put together a fantastic video. Now, what that video did is make people think. It was, oh my goodness, these people are just in so much poverty, they are hungry, they're starving, and it also made them think, do you know what, I have so much. You know, up until this point, people were probably thinking that they were broke, that they were poor, when actually, in comparison, they're very, very, very rich. And then what it did is it just tapped into the emotion. Those thoughts triggered the emotions of how terrible it is, and it made people feel strongly that this just is not acceptable, and actually that I have so much and they have so little is not acceptable, and it made people cry, and those feelings are what led to people donating in their masses, and it was a real catalyst for such a millions of pounds and dollars were actually donated on the strength of the whole Live Aid concept. So that is what your talk should be all about. Think about, first of all, what is the point? Are you educating? Are you inspiring? Are you persuading? Are you entertaining? And then think, how is my audience going to think, feel, and then act as a result of listening to my talk? You get that right first before you even begin to write any of your content, and believe me, when it comes to writing the content, it will just flow. So that's one of my top tips for easy presentations. There'll be lots more in future blogs to come, so keep your eyes peeled for them. Bye!